Hello everyone and welcome to Flow with Shenae. This is your beginner Pilates class today. We will start lying down on our back. Once you lie on down to your mat, have your feet shuffle in nice and close towards your glutes. Feet are hip width apart. We'll take a moment to focus in on our breath. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, feeling your belly rise. And as you exhale, feel the back of the ribs melt back down into your mat. Inhale, big belly breath. And then as you exhale, feeling the belly melt back down. Another deep breath in. And on this exhale, start to tuck your tailbone under and peel your spine up off your mat, rolling the spine up into your bridge. Inhale once you get to the top, and then exhale as you roll and ripple your spine back down, one vertebra at a time. Finding neutral, then tucking your pelvis, scooping your lower abdominals in as you roll up off the mat into your bridge. Inhale, stay at the top, and then as you exhale, roll and ripple your spine back down. On your next one, we will stay lifted. So let's tuck under, roll up, drilling your heels down into your mat. And then once you get to the top, we hinge our hips halfway down and then lift back up to bridge. Inhale, hinge down, exhale, lift back up. Again, drilling your heels heavy into the mat, wrapping and squeezing your glutes. Driving your knees out slightly, just so we really feel the outer glutes light up as well here. 3, 4, 2. Last one, let's lift and hold it at the top. Palms face in towards each other. We reach our arms back overhead, tapping the ground behind you, and then bring your arms back down by your sides. Reaching back, and then bringing the arms back down. As we do our arm sweeps, you're still really activating through the glutes and tucking your ribs down towards your hip bones as you lift your hips. So that hip to rib connection is super important to take any pressure away from your lower back. 3, 2. Last one, you now bring your arms by your sides. We hinge down once, lift, and then reach the arms back overhead, then down by our sides. Hinge, lift, reach back, and arms come down, one of each. For 3, 2, last one. Now reach to the ceiling and hold. You open your knees out and then bring them back in. Imagine you have a band wrapped around your knees and you're opening out the knees, stretching the imaginary band. Trying not to roll on the outer edges of your feet. Keep them firm and planted down on your mat. Open out and hold top range pulses. We lift. Lift for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring your knees in and roll your spine all the way down. Well done. Let's lie onto our side now. So propping up onto your right forearm. Now from here, really press away from the mat, lifting the ribs. We have our feet and knees stacked and we open the top knee up and then close it back in. Now here I want you to make sure your left hip stays stacked directly over your right. It is going to want to rock back Beginning to add a kick into this. One kick and then knees kiss. Lift, kick, fold in, knees kiss. Again, keep pressing the hip forward, wrapping and squeezing through the glute as you kick to the corner of the room. For 3, 2 more. Last one, little challenge coming up. You hold the leg extended, flex the foot, turning the toes down and then lifting it up. Just moving from your hip joint as you turn them down and up. For 3, for 2. Now last one, turn your toes down towards the ground and we do little pulses up. Let's go, lift, lift, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and then come on in, fold the knee back down. Staying in this position, still lifting the ribs away from the mat, reach your top left arm up, and we start to thread under and through. Inhale as you reach the arm up, and exhale, we're twisting through our torso, reaching the arm under. We will begin to add on as we go here, making this a little more challenging. Using your breath, exhale as you reach under. Let's begin to lift our hips on your next one. So as you thread, you lift your hips and then lower them gently down as you reach back up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread under, lift. Inhale, unravel. Really pressing away from the mat with your right shoulder. Can we now just stay lifted? So we keep your hips lifting as you thread under. Just 2 more like this. Last one. Threading, we're going to unravel, reach to the ceiling and hold. Extending our top left leg out long, you can plant it down on the mat and we do little hip dips. Really lifting away from the mat. Now if you want more of a challenge, can you start to float that left leg off the mat? Almost there. 2, 1, holding. And then gently come down to the mat. Well done. Let's press ourselves up, coming up to our hands and knee, and we're still keeping that left leg out long. We lift it up off the mat and then gently bring it back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Aiming to not sink into your right hip here. So I really want you to aim to keep your hips square to the mat. Tightening through your waist. Pulling your navel in and up towards your spine. You want to feel as though you're pulling your ribs in and away from your top here. Next time, lift and hold. Starting a tiger curl as you round through the spine, knee to nose, and then lengthen it back out long. Exhale, rounding. Inhale to lengthen. Aiming to get your knee in towards your nose as close as you can. If you can gently tap the nose, go ahead and do so, getting that full flexion through your spine. Last one. We lengthen out now and we're pulsing the leg up. Little pulses, lifting and squeezing into your left glute. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now hold. Let's start to reach your opposite right arm forward, holding our bird dog position. Our opposite arm and leg lengthens for 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold back in. From here, let's start to reach our left arm up to the ceiling. Take your gaze with your thumb and then thread under and through. Drop your shoulder. Rotation stretch. Let's go again. Inhale, reach. Exhale as you thread under. One more time. Deep breath in as you open. Exhale, thread. Let's hold this a little longer. We can begin to take your right arm back behind the body. Bring it onto the opposite hip and just opening your right shoulder up a little more towards the ceiling. And then extending that arm long, bringing it down to the mat to press yourself back up. From here, we're going to come down onto our side once again. So working through the other side, drop to your left forearm, lifting your ribs away from the mat, stacking your hips, and we start our clam. Lifting the top knee up, and then lower the knee back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, knees kiss. Making sure your top right hip is not sinking back. On your next one, adding your kick. Then fold back in, knees kiss. Lift, kick, feet together, knees kiss. Try to keep your hips stacked here. Last one, let's lengthen it out and flex your foot, turning your toes down and then up. Internal rotation to external rotation, just moving from your hip joint here for 2. Last one, turn the toes down, little pulses up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fold back in. Well done. Let's reach our top right arm up and start to thread under and through. Inhale to reach up. Exhale as you thread. Actively pressing out of the left shoulder. Let's begin to add in the hip lift. As you thread, you lift your hips, and then as you unravel, you gently lower them down. Exhale to lift the hips and thread. Inhale to unravel. 2 more. Now on this last one, we'll unravel and then we'll try and lift the hips and stay lifted. So let's continue to keep your hips up as you thread and unravel. 2. Last one. Unravel and stay. Extend your top leg out, resting it down to the mat to begin as you hip dip, lifting your hips up. Rainbow the body. Now if you want that extra challenge, begin to float your right foot off the mat. 3. Last 2. 1. Lift and hold. And then gently come down to the mat. Well done. Prop yourself up onto your hands. Your right leg is still extended long. Let's lift the leg up and then gently tap it down to the mat. Exhale to come up. Inhale to lower. Now notice if you started to sink into the left hip, try to square your hips up to the mat. And again, really pull your ribs in and away from your top, singe in through your waist. For 3, 2. Last one, let's lift and start to bring your knee in towards your nose. Now rounding the spine, lengthen back out long. Exhale as you round, knee to nose. Inhale as you lengthen. Scooping your belly in and up towards your spine. Really lengthening the leg back out nice and long behind you. I want you to feel as though someone's pulling that ankle back behind you. Last one, let's hold it out and do little pulses up, lifting through your glute. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. And we start to reach our opposite left arm forward, reaching out long, holding that position. Keeping the hips square to the mat. For 3, 2, 1. And then slowly folding back in. Well done, guys. Reaching our right arm up and then threading that arm under and through. Drop your shoulder down, taking our rotation stretch. We'll do 2 more. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale as you thread under. We'll hold this one a little longer. And again, you can take your left arm back and behind the body now. Opening our left shoulder up a little more towards the ceiling. And then we'll reach that arm up, pressing yourself back up. Let's come into a seated position, sitting up nice and tall, hands cupped behind your thighs. Scoop your belly as you slowly roll your spine down, bone by bone, coming into a lying down position. Hands support your head. Shuffle your feet in a little closer towards your hips. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, we lift into an abdominal curl. Inhale as you lower yourself back down. Now, as you come up, I want you to think about ribs sliding down towards your hip bones and you're drawing your navel in towards your spine. Really pull your belly in tight. Try not to pull on your neck here, elbows stay wide. Next time you lift, you hold. We're bringing our left elbow over and across towards the right hip. Come through center, go to the other side. Come through center and then lower your head back down. Let's go again. Lift, exhale, come over and across the body. Inhale through center, exhale over and across the body. We're now working to get your bottom rib to come over and across to the opposite hip bone. Working into the sides of the waist, getting into your obliques once again. We'll begin to add on as we go. Next time you come up, as you come over and across the body, your leg comes to tabletop. Then gently place the foot back down and switch to the other side. Come through center and lower down. Let's do that again 3 more times. Lift, come over and across, through center and lower. You have 2 more like that. Aiming to get the underarm to come over and across to the opposite knee. Thinking more underarm will encourage you a little more to come over and across the body rather than just closing your elbow in. Last one here. And now let's just lower ourselves down and take a little moment. Nice deep breath in, feeling your ribs expand. And then exhale out. We've got a little challenge coming up. We're going to stay lifted a little longer. So let's come up into the ab curl. We bring it over and across, and now we're just going to switch a little quicker. We switch and keep lifted. Switch, switch. Aiming to stay up, we're focusing more on endurance now. You can do it. Keeping your pelvis nice and still, so we want to stabilize our hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie on down. Hug your knees in towards your chest and gently massage your lower back down into the mat. Let's now pop our right foot over our left knee, cup under your left thigh, pulling the leg in towards you to feel that release through the right hip and glute. Relaxing your shoulders. And now keep your legs as they are as you drop your left foot down to the mat and open your arms out wide. You take your knees over to the left and gaze back over your right shoulder. Getting full rotation through the spine, keep pressing your right shoulder blade down into the mat. Let's bring our legs back through center and switch over to the other side. Your left foot goes over your right knee, hugging your right thigh in towards you. And then gently place your right foot down, let your legs collapse off to the right as you look back towards the left. Again, pressing the left shoulder blade heavy down on the mat now. Coming back through center. Hug your knees in towards your chest and lift up into a little ball, and we're rocking and rolling up to a seated position. Crossing our legs, sitting up tall. Inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling and interlock your fingers. Press the palms up, lengthen your spine and take a side stretch up and over to the left. Inhale through center, take it over to the right. Come back through center, open your arms and give yourself a nice big shoulder roll. We are all done today. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.